Welcome to this Synergy Career video. This is tips on how to navigate virtual interviews, especially during this lockdown. So a lot of candidates has asked us, they are not sure how to navigate, video conferencing calls with, potential managers during interviews. So we thought this video would be very, very useful and it will come in handy. So feel free to watch our previous video on how to navigate your way during face-to-face interview. We've also done another video on a number of prayer management training that we offer. So feel free to glance through our K90 channel and you will see some of those videos. So strictly, this video is for you to be able to navigate your way during virtual interview, especially during this global lockdown. So the first question you should ask the recruiter that has called you, when they call you, they say, congratulations, the hiring manager would like to see you for an interview. It could be via email as well. So the first thing you need to ask is, what is the likely method of the interview? Is it competence-based questions or CV walkthrough? If it is competence-based question, you need to be able to prepare your scenarios based on using STAR method: situation, task, action, and result. And if it is CV walkthrough, you need to be able to prepare by going through your CV, making sure you familiarize yourself with as much information as you can. So in the other video, we talked about how to navigate your way through all of these interviews. So another question you need to ask the recruiter is, you will ask for an email to be sent to you with the job spec, that is the job description attached to that email, the job title, and also the name of the interviewer or interviewers. It's important that you have the name because you want to research on their name, check them out on LinkedIn. You may want to see their faces or what the roles they have been picking up around, so that you know how to talk through your responses, your answers during the interview, because that is what they are looking for. That's what they are doing now. They are looking to bring someone in to come and support them. So it's really important you look at interviewers out on LinkedIn. It helps a lot. So as a form of introduction for you, I did introduce myself in my previous videos and I thought I should do that as well. So my name is Kunle Halagon. You can call me Steve Ologun. I've been working within the Prgramme Management Office of top financial service organizations in UK for over 10 years now. So worked with Lloyds Banking Group, worked on Project Verde, the separation of TSB Bank from Lloyds Banking Group, worked on William and Glinda Investment Program for RBS, that is Royal Bank of Scotland, working on William and Glinda Investment Program, and also later moved to Santander, working on financial crime, client screening, and transaction monitoring, where I ensure that I contribute to building a tool called Net Reveal, that people do not launder money through the bank. The Financial Conduct Authority and the Bank of England do come after the banks if they do not put in place such tool, because anyone can then launder money through the bank will be fined or reputational damage. So they have to implement this tool. So I'm here to give you tips on how to navigate your way during virtual interviews. So I've said that it's really important that you also ask the recruiter that what is the method of the communication? Is it via Zoom, Teams, or even Skype? So in the email that will be sent back to you with all of those details, it has to include the method of communication, that is the dial-in detail has to be included. It could be via calendar or even via email, where a link will just be sent to you and you can click that link and you will join the interview. So prior to, when you receive that email, at least one day before the interview, it is advisable that you test all your electronics gadget, all your computer, your microphone. You test your computer, test your microphone, make sure everything is working and you are able to hear yourself. You can test with a colleague, you can test with anyone in your house. Make sure that you are able to hear yourself, everything is sound before the interview. What you don't want to do is 5 minutes to the interview, you're logged in and you are not able to get through. You are not connecting to that link, or that you are not, and you get to the interview and the interviewer could not hear you. It simply means there is no interview. It's as simple as that. And you don't want to lose that opportunity. There are other candidates that are waiting. So make sure you test all your electronics equipment very well, at least one day before, and you're comfortable that they are working before the interview day. Another key tip is make sure you dress professionally on the day of the interview. It is really important that despite it is virtual interview, make sure that you dress smartly, wear what you will usually wear when you are attending an interview face to face. It is advisable, because what you don't want to do is to dress shabbily and then attend an interview and you realize that your interviewers are well smart dressed, and you should know from that that's not good. That doesn't sound or look good at all on you as a candidate. So it's better to dress smartly and avoid unnecessary things like that during the interview. Also, make sure that you greet by name when you join the call. You have researched on the name of the interviewer. Hi Andy, hi John. It helps a lot to familiarize yourself. You could be asked questions on the call. How have you been finding the lockdown? All you need to say, oh yeah, I'm coping well. It's a new norm. We have to adapt, and that is the new way of life now. And hopefully the COVID will subside anytime soon and we can return back to the offices. So this is important. It makes the interviewers to be more comfortable with you, and they are able to conduct the interview freely. Also, try to smile, be polite, very, very important. And also answer all the questions with as many examples that you can give. This helps a lot in candidates. At the end of the interview, you should be able to ask questions. It shows that you're interested in that company, working for that company. If you don't ask questions, there is no way you can say you understand everything that's been discussed on that call without asking a question, especially as it is your first time. So asking a question will show that you're really interested in the company and also in that role as well. And it will give the hiring manager a really good boost and confidence that you know what you're doing and you're keen on joining the team. And at the end of the interview, make sure you ask for the next steps. There could be next step in terms of you are meeting another hiring manager or HR or the senior executive. In some cases, you may need to know that, and you should, make sure that you leave the interviewers in a positive note. Make sure you let them know that you are really interested in the role and you strongly feel you're a good fit for the role. This will reassure them that you know what you're doing and you're keen on joining the team. So at the end of the interview, thank the interviewers and leave them on a positive note by saying you look forward to their positive response. This is really important. These are the tips that we look for in all our candidates. I have been interviewing candidates now for about 10 years within these top financial service organizations when we are recruiting new, colleagues into in banks. And these are the qualities that we look for in all of the candidates. I discussed with my colleagues as well. What can you make of that lady? What can you make of that interview? What can you make of her? What can you make of him? So these are the qualities that we expect from all our candidates. And if candidates meet this requirement, definitely they are top notch and they can be on top of the game, and they can definitely be selected or offered the role eventually. So hopefully this interview tips has been very, very useful and helpful. Please make sure you like, share and subscribe to our K90 channel. There are so many videos on that channel that are really, really useful. It's not just interview tips that we talk about, but we do a lot of current affairs every week as well that helps people from different backgrounds. Yeah, hopefully this video has helped someone at this period. Please feel free to share it with your loved ones, and thank you so much, and please feel free to subscribe to our channel. Thank you so much. I remain myself, Kunle Olagun, or Steve Olagun.